Now, students, I'm going to do the balconies here. Okay, so I'm up at my first floor level, and I'm going to start off with this one here. So we've done a lot of work on balconies with Pearson in your studio, so you have a fair idea of what's expected in terms of the construction of this. Okay, so I'm going to try this a little bit differently because I want a kind of a more patterned balcony with a little bit of slope and a collection point for the water as well. And by just constructing a flat slab, if you like, I'm not going to get that subtleness. So the first thing I did here, look, is that I created a reference plane. And how do you create a reference plane? Well, you should know this off by heart now at this stage. So it's in architecture reference plane. Start here, draw that through, okay? And then important to name it here. So I've called this balcony 1. Now, why have I done that? Because I'm going into my section 2 here. Here's my section line, so I'm looking this way. And I'm going to go into my section 2 here. Now, what I've done is I've just used some construction lines, and I like to use quite a lot of reference planes and construction lines. And how do I do that? Into manage, into additional settings, into line styles, open it up here, put this across, and you see I've created a number 10 here called construction lines. It's thick red, number 3 thickness, red, solid. All right. And then go OK. Now I'm using those construction lines to draw the kind of profile of the balcony that I want. Notice that I've offset it about approximately 10, 15, 20 mil there because the core unit, okay, that unit that we have been discussing, the schlock unit, which provides a thermal break, but connects the balcony into the slab here. So there will be a bit of a gap there, perhaps not as much as I'm showing here, but just to emphasize that this is a separate piece of structure kind of from this one here. All right, in this case, it will be probably poured together and whatever. So, but in our case, we're going to model this separately. Right, so I've got my basic shape there. Now I'm going up to architecture, into component and model in place, and floors, okay, and then we'll call this balcony 1. Right. Now, I'm not a huge fan of model in place, and all the experts will tell you that you should stay away from model in place as much as you can. Why? Because what I'm going to model here will belong into this project here, and I can't move it to another project. So if I created this as a family, I would be able to insert it. I would be able to load it into this project and any other project as well. But in this case, I'm just going to do this. So I'm going to do an extrusion here. And now this is where your reference plane comes into its own. So you hit the drop-down box here, you find your balcony, and you hit that. Now, that means I'm now drawing vertically here rather than horizontally that way there. That's the benefit of the reference plane. So because I've drawn this out now, I could use my pick lines here, and I will pick these lines, and this is just basically the profile that I'm going to extrude. Okay, now I want to make sure I've picked a material on this, and it'll be our cast in situ concrete. That's the one we're using for all of our concrete elements here. And then go finish. Okay, and then finish the model. Right, now we go back into our first floor plan, and you can see it here. So if I select it, I get this facility to be able to drag it across like so. All right, let's take a look at that in 3D. And here it is here. Okay, so I've got that kind of shape going across there. Now I might put a pattern on the top of this just to indicate that it's tile or something like that, or even at this stage we probably don't have to do that. So this is sloping back that way. It's going to collect in here, and I will arrange some drainage to come out that will collect all the other balconies above it. Now once you've got one done, what we can do is we can select this, we can copy. Okay. And so here it is here. So there's one there, there is one there, and there is one there. Now we'll go in and select each one of these and rotate, get it into position. That's 90, and then just use my arrow keys here to position that, right? So, and you can spend a little bit of time now and get this. Actually, this needs to come right in here. Look, to about 10 mil offset from that there. So there's one. And I'm going to do the others. Just bear with me here. I'll just pause the recording and do these. Now, I've got my 4 balconies in place. Let's check it in 3D here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I can do is this. I can go in here and try and select. And let's do it from the plan then. It's going to be misbehaving like that. So hit my control, add to the selection, put those onto the copy clipboard. Okay, and then we're going to paste them to selected levels, and we'll go 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and go OK. Check that in 3D, and there you go. So we've got all our balconies now in place as part of the construction. All right.